Michael Vick served time for dogfighting. Dozens of women say Deshaun Watson sexually assaulted them. Yet they are NFL stars. CJ Stroud is a kid, literally. Sure, saying too bad humans are role models is questionable, but he's a kid. The much bigger problem is the NFL continuing to allow bad people to play despite everything they say at the NFL. Character, quite simply, does not matter. Garrett Bush is one of the few sports journalists in America who will criticize the NFL, host of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, and joins us. Now, am I reading too much into this?
No, I think on one side of the ledger, you got CJ Stroud, who's a young quarterback who mimics the play style of a Mike Vick or mimics the play style of a Deshaun Watson. There's been a stigma placed on African-American quarterbacks that they overly use their athleticism and don't have the cognitive ability to read the defenses and do things that traditional quarterbacks like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady have done. I think he's pointing out the fact that, yes, he does have that athletic ability, but at the same time, he is willing to throw. I think your bigger question is, does the NFL really want young guys, young kids coming into the league mimicking the behavior of some people who have been under suspension or who've gotten in trouble? And I think for them, they would say no. But the bigger, larger question is, does the NFL really care about the larger moral clause and some of the moral stuff in the league?
Yeah, well, and the answer to that probably is no as well. Just back to the football part about this. Michael Vick and Deshaun Watson, yes, they had a style, but he could have very easily said Jalen Hurts. He could have said Robert Griffin III. He could have said Lamar Jackson, all African-American quarterbacks who have all of those skill sets, but weren't either convicted of dogfighting or under suspicion of abusing women. The fact that people still view these guys as someone to look up to in any way is a problem, is it not?
Well, I think you could delineate the two things. I'll first of all say CJ Stroud is a great kid. He's captain. By all intents and purposes, he's going to make a lot of money in endorsements, and he's going to be a guy that's not going to get into trouble because he's a really good kid, comes from a great family. I think that if he had an opportunity to take it back, I think you mentioned it in an earlier part of the conversation is, when you're doing these auditions, the first thing they're doing is showing how you go about throw the football and judging you whether or not you can throw the ball and run fast and do those things. They're obviously doing another thing, and I think some people miss this, is they are giving you what the media is like in real life. He could have easily said a couple other people. He could have said Patrick Mahomes. He could have said Jalen Hurts. However, he said those other two names in Michael Vick and Deshaun Watson. And I think when he gets more seasoned, when he has a chance to step back and look at it, his agent and his PR person would tell him, hey, we know you may look up to those individuals, and obviously Michael Vick is, paid his price. He went to federal penitentiary, and he's made a really good turnaround in his life. However, this is a learning point for a lot of people to say, sometimes when someone asks you a question, it can spin into other different opportunities. Well, I guess so you have to be really clear.
Yeah, you just thought of his agent sitting there knowing that this guy's going to make $35 million in the draft going like, oh, God, no.
That's not it. That wasn't the
wrong
answer
answer
we was looking for.
Hey, it's always good to see you. I always appreciate the conversations, and we'll see you soon, all right? Draft's just coming up.
Hey, we'll do it, man. Go Browns.
I might have to come down for a game, Garrett. It's good to see you as always.
Yeah, we'll hook up. Thanks, right. I appreciate it.
We'll be right back. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.